What up, though, family? Welcome to the CJ Does It All podcast.
Yo, it's your boy, Big Bro JDJ. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, bro, we was just talking about a little compromising a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, people collaborating with other people, but it also, like you said, like, as long as you don't compromise your...
Your key values or your key morals, then why not? I feel like if we all got the same end goal, we can all see the bigger picture. We should be able to compromise.
But, you know what I mean? But to the same degree, there's some people who, you represent from a community, and there's certain people that I may represent from a community. If they see you compromising, or if they see you may not be compromising your key, morals.
Right, or what you believe in or whatever.
But it may be something else that, you may not be fully aligned with, but you're just collaborating just to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or just to make somebody else happy.
Like, how is it that you think everybody should understand that? What do you think? What's your thoughts?
I think the most important thing in life is to always be you unapologetically, be yourself. Because when you go into any situation and you're trying to, I guess, compromise who you are.
Your integrity.
Right, your integrity, or
go against the code that you stand for.
Right, to make the other person happy. The results is never going to come out how you want them. So it's best to just be yourself and put everything on Front Street, so then the person can then make an assessment and say, hey, I want to deal with this or not.
Yeah, it's
clear.
What I'm
saying? Exactly.
It's clear. You set clear expectations. Me personally, I think, like, for one, I've made it my personal goal just to stop judging people. You know what I mean?
That's the best way to live.
Like, at the end of the day, like, I don't judge other people. If people judge me, I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, their perspective or perception of who I am doesn't have shit to do with who I actually am. You know what I mean? So it's like, people going to say what they want to say regardless. As long as I'm being true to myself, like you say, like, as long as you being true to who you are and what your values are, you shouldn't have to worry about shit.
Exactly.
But I think that is do you think as a brand, like we're a brand, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And as we grow, do you think that more compromise has to be, or is there more, or do you think as we grow, like, there's just less hands we got to do deals with or handshakes with just because we not compromising to certain, codes or moral standards that other people may have? Because in my honest opinion, I feel like as you scale, so as you grow and as you get bigger, you know what I mean, and a lot of more diverse people want to be a part of your brand, but if you're not necessarily fully aligned to what their beliefs are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not about to compromise for you.
Exactly. And they probably thinking the same thing.
And
that's probably not going to end well.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking like that.
Exactly.
But I feel like we compromising on fucking 3 million instead of 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? We can compromise some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's how what you're compromising on too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If it doesn't make sense.
Exactly, because you looking at it at a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? When you compromising on some little shit, you like, I ain't trying to do that shit. But when it's something like that, a certain amount of money or equity in whatever, a certain company or stock.
Yeah,
that's different. That's different.
It's all about what it comes down to. You know what I mean? What that actually looks like. But speaking of which, one of the topics that I wanted to get into. In the beginning, you mentioned that imaginations are more powerful than knowledge.
Yes, it is.
Oh, bro, we gotta.
Your imagination is more powerful than knowledge because, right, when you have the knowledge, you know how to manifest it, and you're the creator of your reality, right? So
that's your imagination.
Right. You can bring any thought in your mind, you can bring that to reality. Nigga, you know how we know that? Because I'm talking on a mic that somebody fucking thought in their head But this is how they did it though. It went from the conscious plane, right, to the second dimension plane, and then it went to the third dimensional plane, which means that somebody created it. Second dimension they could have did it, on a CAD program or something like that, or wherever they created it. And then the third dimension is when they actually brought it here to this reality where we all can see it, right? So your imagination is more powerful than knowledge, because anything you imagine, you could make that happen. But you could have all the knowledge in the world, but if you can't use your imagination to make nothing, to make no money, or to, you know what I'm saying, to live the life you want, I ain't gonna say it's for nothing, but
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I may have to disagree with you though. Here's
what you
why.
disagree with?
Because as your imagination, we can imagine a lot of shit. Like I can imagine, you know what I mean, a rocket going from here to outer space, for example. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have the knowledge to actually get that shit done. See, I think your imagination is very powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with knowledge is also very powerful. But obsolete, imagine your imagination by itself. And if you were to compare it to knowledge by itself, I think that with knowledge, you can actually execute things. With imaginations, you could just continue to picture shit all day long. But if you don't have the knowledge to actually get the shit done, then I don't think it's actually powerful.
Well, with imagination, right? And this is for more of my occultist people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? This is how a lot of people are controlling this world, because they using magic and they using their imagination to do it. Right? But also with knowledge, right? When you're talking about the rocket ship or whatever, but if you got you wouldn't even have the knowledge to do it if nobody imagined that rocket and created it.
I feel you.
You see what I'm saying?
I
so you couldn't even have that's how you get the knowledge to do it, because somebody imagined it.
You got to
they
first
created
have the
it. Exactly. They created it. Now everybody else can read and learn and get the knowledge that he imagined from his mind.
But
you see what I'm saying?
I get it. I 100% get it, and I don't want to make this seem like the imagination.
But
imagination
it's right.
is important.
We both right, because you bring them together. It's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah. When you bring them together, it's even much more powerful. But it's about, okay, which one is more? If you were to compare it to imagination and knowledge, if you were to say, I think this is a great conversation.
Yeah, like which one would you pick?
Like if you had, you could have the best imagination in the entire world.
I think that depends on the type of people too. Like a more person who's working on their left side of their brain, they go be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take the knowledge because it's more logical to them.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Okay. But a more person working on the feminine side of the brain, they're gonna be thinking not logical. The opposite of logical.
Oh, more so
right? Just imagine. Thoughts. Right? They trying to figure out a way they could use their imagination to do what, you know what I'm saying, with the knowledge. See, I guess it depends on what type of,
what are you talking
about?
Right,
exactly. What type of verses we have into, obviously, you know what I'm saying?
Context means everything. Context means everything. But ultimately, I think, yeah, man, I think the imagination is a beautiful thing. It's about what it's used for.
Creativity,
Yeah, for sure. We've definitely... Hey man, we still gotta keep the conversation up about the Chat GPT. Man, bro, just in the past.
I ain't gonna. I'm in love.
Hey, bro.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, Chat GPT is serious.
Man,
it is absolutely serious. It's a phenomenal tool to have. It's gonna help us create content.
Yeah, it definitely help you. It will help you in so many ways. I didn't created a book series, a website. 2 different companies, a SEO company, a copyright.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna give y'all all the sauce.
You can't give it, yeah.
But it's just a little few of them for y'all.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is that as time comes, I believe this will age well. People will be like, "Damn, we should have jumped on that shit when they was talking about it."
Yeah, this is a show. I'm gonna be giving y'all stuff like that all the time, because I'll be on the new tech shit that's gonna pop early, because I'm around. I ain't gonna say I'm around the nerds, but I'm on the Discord. I'm
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go to the conventions and all that shit. I be
You
trying to
on
get
the inside scoop when it comes to technology.
exactly. In
Yeah.
science, that's me. I love it. Science and technology.
And so now with science, a lot science is, of course, allows us to use it for evidence to prove what is real and what's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me ask you a question. Is there any contrast between truth and facts?
Um, I believe facts is what's set in stone. Like no matter what anybody says, this is what it is. The truth can be a little bit more feelings based, where somebody can say, "Well, I'm living my truth," or "This is my truth," but it not necessarily has to be factually what actually, you know what I'm saying, it is, or
Okay.
what the truth is, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
The real truth. Let's say the real truth.
See, in my opinion, I think it's the opposite. I feel like facts is based off the time. Because I feel like the fact is I'm wearing this red hoodie. I take this hoodie off, I'm no longer wearing a red hoodie. You know what I mean? So I feel like that can change. I believe truth is truth no matter what, meaning that your mom is your mom and that cannot change.
But wouldn't
That's
it be
truth.
true that you wearing a red hoodie though?
You said what?
Wouldn't it be true that you're wearing a red hoodie though?
Right now in this time, but as soon as I take it off, it's no longer a fact. It was true in the time that I was wearing a red hoodie. I was wearing a red hoodie.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how you looking at the word. I feel like they kind of interchangeable in a way.
They are.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why it's a challenging question. That's why
Yeah.
it's the CJ Does It All podcast.
You know,
we dig deep.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, we not staying surface level. You know what I mean?
Yes,
but
sir.
I think like with facts though, or like how you were saying with truth, I should say.
Yeah.
How people say my truth, your truth. Is the concept of truth, is it only one? Is it really only one truth? Can it be multiple truths?
To me, no. In the context of, like you just said it, your truth is more so the facts, how I was looking at it. So
yeah,
no, it's going to be one truth. Like, how can it be other truths if this is
supposed to
right?
be the truth.
For set, if it shit set in stone, you know what I'm saying? That how can it change?
So, like, no matter the perspective.
But I guess it's hard to say that because I know science, that shit's changing all the time. That shit could be a facts right now, but they might get some new information that they find, and that should make it not a fact anymore. Like, oh, that's not true anymore.
So that's what I'm saying. So if that's why I said facts is circumstantial.
Mm-hmm.
Truth can't change no matter what.
Okay, I'll say that. You might have changed my mind on that one. That's the first in history. No. But that is a good one, though. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm just looking at it from a point of view because everyone can say, like, my truth, but is the truth really yours? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
in their mind, yeah.
Like, can you really have your truth? Like, there's not an actual foundation to anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that don't make sense to me. Like, I feel like there is like, for example, right? If I go kill somebody, and I literally killed somebody, I did it, but I'm trying to prove that I'm not guilty, right? The strongest thing that I can give to my attorney is the truth. Because you know why? Now he's like, all right, here's how we're going to beat the case. This is what they don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
This, you know what I mean?
And that might be true because they do come in too. Like, these are the facts of the case, even though that's not the truth that you necessarily might have told them. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
exactly. And I feel like that's like with in multiple categories. You can put that however you want to. Like at the end of the day, when you're trying to search for truth, it's always going to get cross-examined. You look at reference points when we look at that shit. We doing research.
Yeah.
We got it. We trying to do the proper research. So it's all you know.
And the crazy part about all that, we got all that shit inside our DNA. But
going further detail.
Well, you guys know we have 13.5 point. I want to say 8 now. years of data that's inside our DNA. It could literally be stored inside of a teaspoon. That's the same age as the universe. So they say we have all the basically anything from the beginning of time that was here. It's still here. We know that because the law of thermodynamics, which states energy can never be destroyed, it can only be transferred. So even though you might not be on this plane, your energy just transferred to somewhere else scientifically according to quantum physics. That's, you know what I'm saying? But with the DNA, I was saying we had a way to unlock all the information. Okay. We wouldn't have to fucking learn no more. We would just It is a way. I don't want to tell y'all for free. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not telling y'all that for free. That's something you gonna have to hit the Patreon, or you know what I'm saying.
Hey, at least he kept it a buck with you.
I know how, but
at least he kept it a buck with you.
And also I haven't reached that point where I've done it myself yet, but.
Ultimately,
yeah, I want to be able to discover it. Right, but you got to reach a certain frequency. You got to, you know what I'm saying, be living a certain way before you can even do that. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you got to be able to, you know what I mean? It's a journey.
Exactly.
You don't get it all in one day.
Right.
Is what you're saying.
Somebody probably know how to do it in one day, and it's quick setting.
So, and we're about discovery, man. Discovering information, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's what life is about, I feel like. Just learning every day, being a forever student, never just getting comfortable on what you know now. It's always more to learn. And especially foundational Black Americans or freedmen or whatever you want to call yourself, African American, which is crazy to me. That's two white people. I ain't gonna hold you. I was thinking about the other day. First off,
you said African Americans, two white people.
That's like calling yourself two white people.
Oh my God! Explain.
I stole that from somebody. I forgot who it was, but
at least you admitted it.
I think it was Rashad Jamal actually. Yeah, it was Rashad Jamal. Okay. Free Rashad Jamal. But anyway, number one, we didn't name ourselves African Americans. Jesse Jackson popularized that term, and we started calling ourselves that, I think, in the 80s, right? Early 70s, 80s, yeah, in the 80s.
Shit, I was born in the 90s.
Exactly. And my whole life, I asked my mom when I was a kid, I never forget this shit. I'm like, am I African American? I don't know why. I was thinking in my head, like, it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, we in America. Nigga, I ain't never been to
Africa. Okay.
I'm like, why are you calling me African American?
Yeah.
She was like, no, you are Afro American.
Oh, that shit would have thrown me.
Right. My mom like, no, we Afro Americans. I'm like, all right. So, I don't know. I never called myself African American ever.
Not even on a job app.
I mean, of course, you got to put that shit. I always put, actually, to be honest, I always put decline to answer because you put African American, they might not be. Y'all remember that too? That's a pro tip. Or put white. And then
you don't have to put. Shit. Yeah, you don't have to put what your race is, or you know what I mean, just because it could be anything.
Yeah, and it's 2023. You could put white even if you black. You could tell them you identify as a white person. Tell them they got you fucked up. Them niggas will be like, I was expecting somebody. I bet the hell you was.
That is crazy. That is funny.
But yeah, we giving pro tips. That's how you get a little. You want a good job? Lie on the application. They go train you anyway.
Hey, and when they fire you, it ain't our fault. You took the advice, man.
Don't do nothing crazy though. That's fucking. You know what I'm saying? You putting somebody else's life in jeopardy or yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used a crane before. This nigga.
No, damn well you never left the crane.
Nigga talking about Ford to CDL. You with the truck. You about to kill everybody.
Well, bro, I know there was another topic that you was trying to hit.
Yeah.
What was that you was trying to get into?
So this is a CJ thought right here.
Okay, CJ's thought.
I had the stuff above my head. But anyway, why do I ain't gonna just say our women because there's a lot of people appropriating right now too. But
shit.
Why do black women be calling us boy? It's like boy, please. Maybe to me it feel like when somebody call me boy in my head, I'm like, first off, it's a racial connotation, and then it's like you trying to belittle me. Are you calling me a boy? We don't be calling you girl. We say woman. We calling them something like woman. Just think about that. But
you know what's crazy?
But I guess they can say before you go, they gonna say, "Well, they be calling us bitches." You know they gonna say that. I don't. I ain't never called my girl like, "Yeah, that's my bitch." Like what? To me, like nigga, a bitch is somebody you trying to one night or something. I'm not calling my nigga. That ain't my bitch. That's my woman, my girl, my. You know what I'm saying? My girl. Even when you say girl, you only say girl. You say that's my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I always.
What you think?
I always refer to wifey as wifey. I think what it is that it depends on the context of the conversation, like because even though black women oftentimes do call men boys or whatever. It depends on what I'm saying, like if somebody's stepping to them or. It's just like what's the context? You know?
And two, don't get me wrong, I love y'all. I know it really be harmless, and y'all not thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? But like Dr. Frances Cress Wilson, used to always say, or not to always say, but her books, a lot of this shit is ingrained in us, and like psychologically, we be calling ourselves boy. Like I'm going to the crib, nigga. A crib is where a baby sleep.
Let me ask you a question.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of baby, little baby. Like, what the fuck?
Let me ask you a question, though. See, I use the term nigga like none other. But, of course, the actual term and where it comes from is from an evil place. We all know this, right? Well, how do you feel about it? And I'll tell you how I feel.
Well, the actual word nigga or niggas,
Negro,
a term I guess they used to use back in ancient Egypt, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Negus, and I believe that's where they got that from. I think it was something like I thought it was
because in Spanish, Negro means black.
No,
that's not true. Okay.
Niggas, that term was around probably before the Spanish language was created.
Is it justified? Sure. Is it justified we use the word as?
I feel like we just turned the negative into a positive.
That's how I look at it too.
Yeah, we kind of took a negative and made it a positive.
Thank you.
And now everybody want to say this shit. Mexicans, white boy. It was a Mexican nigga. I met. He was talking. He was like, yeah. He was like, first day on the job. He was like, everybody's trying to beat my ass. I'm like, what happened? He talking about they was mad I was saying nigga. And I'm like, to me, I really don't give a fuck. I'm not, number one, I'm not going to let a word like.
I'm not about to fight you over a word, bro.
Exactly. I'm not going to let a word fucking change me emotionally or get me out of the 0 point field. I'm not going to let whatever you say, you know what I'm saying, affect me. What they used to say back in the day, the little kid shit, sticks and stones may break my bones,
but words never hurt me. I kind of feel that way, but my boy, shout out Bully Marley, he was like,
shout out Bully.
You know what's funny? Because we had this debate, right? I was like, he was like, bro, if white people using the word nigga around you, ain't gonna say nothing. I'm like, what I'm gonna say? Like, I'm gonna slap him? This is my opinion. You might disagree with me, but he opened my eyes when he said this. He was like, all right. So picture this, right? Imagine you going to a job interview, right? And this is your dream job. You absolutely want this bad boy, right? And then you find out at the end of the interview, you get the job. And at the end of the job, the manager, whoever is about to hire you, look at you dead in your face. He's like, you know what? We need more niggas like you. How would you?
How much? Look, it's the first thing niggas gonna say. Well, how much they paying? I know all the cool niggas, Sambos. I ain't gonna say Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom actually wasn't a sellout. Stop saying that shit. But
but let's say that was the offer. Like, you 6-figure job. Let's just say $150,000. Boom, $150,000 job, and the hiring manager put his hand out and said, "Hey, we need more niggas like you." You shaking that hand?
Hell no. I'm going to spit on that nigga. I'm going to stump a mud hole in that nigga. Ah, bitch. But no, I'm talking shit. I'm not taking that job, though.
Nah,
I'm definitely not taking that job. I'm going to say, number one, I ain't working for nobody, any motherfucker. I'm not trying to work for these motherfuckers anyway. Yeah. Number one. But number two, I'm definitely not taking it. Hell no. But the funny part about it, when you walking out, there's probably going to be a couple niggas in there like, you should have took it. This shit good.
We eating over here.
Look, ain't no amount of money worth your integrity or you compromising who you are. And speaking of that, that's why I stopped code switching. Cause I'm like, I'm not finna keep fucking trying to talk like somebody else when I get around a certain group of people. Fuck that.
Yeah, bro.
And the crazy thing about it, they like you more when you don't fucking code switch. They be like, bro. Yeah, I'm so happy you being yourself.
Yeah, bro.
Stop doing that shit. Don't even like it.
Yeah, bro. I stopped doing that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I stopped doing that shit earlier this year.
Really?
Or no, not 2023. 2022.
Right. Last year.
So the reason being I used to code switch is because I would be in so many different environments. I'll be around all white people. I'll be around all black people. You know what I mean? Like, and then I just realized I hated doing that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather not go out.
Exactly.
If I can't be me, I'd rather not be around you.
Just like we were talking about earlier, exactly. That's you compromising who you are for the job.
Yeah, like,
that's why it applies to every situation.
It's like there's so many different ways to be able to make money now. Why do I have to, compromise who I am just to be around this group of individuals? I don't, bro. What? That's not even me. And so, like,
I never did that though. I just want to say that for you. Every job I ever worked, they called me Malcolm X at that bitch. Every job. I'm talking about every job I ever had. Niggas know not to say nothing around me, nigga. I'm on y'all ass. Own it, nigga. Nope, that ain't true. Actually, this is what this mean, nigga. Nope.
Oh my god. No, I think for me it was more so of like for example, like the reason why I kind of brought up the word nigga, I'm glad we kind of agree. It's like we turned a negative into a positive, but even though like the argument about using the word is stupid, like it's kind of hard to argue.
Yeah, because it's like also too, it's kind of hard to tell somebody another grown ass person not to say a word just said. Like, nigga, you can't say that, even though I just said, nigga, my nigga. You say that, and you saying it so many times. They like, ooh, I want to say it so bad. They be looking like, nigga, double dutch. They be ready to jump in that bitch. Like, soon as he say it, you could go ahead and say it.
Cause you be like this. You like what you like, my nigga, you can't say that, bro.
I only met one white boy that said nigga with no problem, like around killers. Not killers, but around hood niggas.
Yeah. And that's usually because
he was
raised.
Nigga. Exactly.
He was a product of the environment. He was just as much as, you know what I mean? Besides the skin color.
I don't know what comedian said that, but they was talking about how would it be that one white boy out of the group? He said that's the craziest motherfucker in there. I think it was Dave Chappelle. He was like, that was him. He was like, I was the only white boy that could say nigga in jail. I said, you was up there. You must stab a couple people up or something.
No,
ain't no way.
Over anything.
Ain't let you say nigga.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who really just don't give a fuck either. And now another ethnicity. I ain't gonna say what it was. I'm gonna spare y'all. I'm feeling good today. I'm blissful. But anyway. This nigga talking about, it don't even mean how it used to. It just mean like dude now. But I'm like, damn, he actually kind of right. We didn't kind of fucking desensitize it so much. Like,
we did desensitize.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, white people, they say that shit at the concert and shit when they be going, nigga, at the concert. They say
Hey, bro.
You know they be saying that shit.
No, bro, if you go to any Future concert, you go to any concert, and they about to drop nigga 1,000 times.
And what you gonna do, beat their ass during the song?
What are you really gonna do? Oh, you about to start preaching to this nigga. That's what you about to start preaching to the white man. Why he
brother. brother. Like, you calling her, brother. Come on now. That's hurtful.
Like, he enjoying the show. I mean, all I'm saying is that what can you really do? I feel like you really give power to what you want to give power to.
Yep, exactly.
Like, if you want to give power to a white person saying nigga, cool. Like, I just ain't got time for it. I just ain't got time to try to go out my way, my busy ass day, to correct somebody else about saying nigga. Fuck out of here. I'm going to use it how I want to use it in the right context and which I see fit. And I usually use it endearing. I usually like, my nigga, like, good job. Like, yo, let's keep this shit going. Like, that's how I look at it.
You two gonna flag the shit out this video. Shit. We got to bleep all this shit out. God. I was thinking about this the whole time, like, damn.
They ain't gonna do shit, bro. We good.
I had something else I want to talk about, but I'm trying to remember. I ain't got my phone on me.
Where your phone?
Hold on.
You dropped it in the couch?
I do got this right here.
That is funny. Yeah, YouTube probably is gonna flag us a little bit.
No,
they ain't gonna flag us.
We still record?
Yeah, we still record.
We still record?
We at 31.
Yeah, I got some. What the fuck? Oh, no. We already talked about that. But also, I want to talk about, all right, how there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. Because being masculine, that's literally the opposite of toxic.
Okay, define it.
Masculinity, right, is you living up to your responsibilities, you taking care of your family.
Mm-hmm. So
you being a strong, as far as black men, I'm talking about black masculine. You being a strong black man, you being able to provide and keep your family safe. That's masculinity to me. That's masculine shit. Taking care of your kids.
See, I think it's a thin line. I think there is a such thing as toxic masculine. The only reason why is because
that was a term created by a gay white person. Number one. Let's go ahead.
The only reason why I would say is because, you know what? I take that back. I'm not going to say. I think people can be toxic.
Yeah, it's not toxic masculinity. Exactly.
I think people in general
are toxic. Exactly.
And so they're still going to be masculine and walk in their ways.
Exactly, because if that case, there's a lot of toxic masculine females too. That's the toxic. Never mind, I'm stop. I ain't trying to get canceled yet. Right, y'all got the little toxic shit. Shit toxic.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of toxic people that are
masculinity.
But as far as like, but I don't like the whole generalization of like, you know, putting people in categories anyway.
Exactly. Like, don't put me in no fucking category. I'm all type of shit, and I might be somebody different next year. What if I decide to change my mind? You can be a Christian this year. Like, let me try this shit, and then next year you be like, you know what? I'm gonna try being a Muslim. Then the next year you be like, fuck it, I'm gonna try being a Buddhist. Then next year you be like, fuck it, I'm gonna try being an LGBT church. I don't know. They ain't got that. They probably do. They got a weed church. They got a church for everything.
Yeah. So that's why I said, like, for one, everybody is in a life journey, and two, you shouldn't be judging people in the first place.
Exactly. Not worrying about what the fuck other people doing. Let me say, look at me in my eyes right now. Mind your motherfucking business,
bitch.
When people out in the grocery store, in the street, at Walmart, don't worry about what other people doing. Unless you see somebody drop something or do something crazy, or you see it's finna go down, you warning somebody, hey, it's a nigga in here with an AK-47 with a
all right, we gonna say
tiki torch, and never mind. It's some khakis.
But outside of that, yeah, mind your motherfucking business, bitch. What we got going on is what we got going on. If you don't support the shit, don't support the shit. But if you support the shit, we love you. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we mind our motherfucking business, handling what we got to get taken care of. So mind your motherfucking business, bitch. I don't know why I went so disrespectful.
Right.
I just felt like I needed to say that. Because at the end of the day, I feel, or not necessarily I feel, I really believe that it's easy to look at what everybody else is doing and lose
and judge
and judge and critique. But
especially on the internet, if y'all not on here, y'all don't know how much work you got to put in, how hard stuff. Stop critiquing and getting mad at or talking about look, he got a piece of lint in his hair. You see it? Nick, who cares?
Bro.
Who gives a fuck?
Bro.
15 minutes. If it ain't gonna affect your life in 15 minutes, you shouldn't worry about that shit.
Bro, exactly.
Like if it's not really on your heart, if it's not resonating with you, like I really want to kill this nigga. Well, it shouldn't be a problem, and you shouldn't be thinking like that anyway. Like, why would you want to kill somebody? You have to be a savage.
I think what happens to it is that a lot of other people's work bring out the insecurity in other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're actually working and you're focused and you're locked in on doing what you're trying to do, a lot of other people want to do this shit.
They do, and they
can't.
They not know God yet.
It's not even that, but they just can't execute.
Exactly.
Stupid.
We some gods, nigga, in this bitch, because we able to take an idea from our mind and curate that shit into reality. We are gods of our own reality. Even if you don't want to say you can at least admit that.
I ain't no god, bro.
You ain't a god of your own reality.
So let me put it this way.
But what does the term God mean, though? Like I'm gonna look it up. I know it. I just want to make this shit word for word, just because when we say words have power, we gotta realize what these words mean, right? Yes. What is a God? Oh. No, that's not what it is.
All right, I got a simple version. The creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. No, that's not the definition. What's the definition?
I mean, I guess who you asking? Everybody got their own definition.
Yeah, everybody has their own definition. For me, I'm not that.
So we gonna go to the etymology of it, okay? And that's what the actual word means. And not who the fuck is Webster, number one. And why he could just decide what the fuck we think a word mean when somebody already created the word and told you what the fuck it meant. That's what I want to know.
See, I think Webster was just moving with good intentions. He was like, people need to know what shit mean. But that doesn't necessarily mean he 100% correctly got all the words right.
Exactly.
And the context behind the words. Not saying that, you know what I mean? But, But that's, for me, I'm comfortable with being a man. I'm comfortable with me just being, not necessarily comfortable. I'm comfortable with me being who I am as a man, and I believe that in my life's work, I'll be able to outperform those who call themselves gods.
Being a god means, right?
All right, let's go into detail.
Is that you got that divine energy that flows in and through you, and the entire universe is a divine God energy, which is the creation energy. Right, you just say you'll be able to create whatever you want to your reality. And what did I tell y'all before? About 15 minutes ago, we have the whole universe inside of us, right? And that energy that is inside of your body and it syncs with the universal consciousness and your avatar, and it allows you to have power within your own reality tunnel. When I say you are a god, right? Just as a lot of the ancients, including those who have religious book and tell them that as well, and you're supposed to perform miracles, right?
Okay.
Right?
Is being a man not enough?
But what is a man? What is a man? We're going to go into all that.
It's us.
But when you're a God, you understand the true power inside of you, right? And you resonate and you command your own reality and you command things into existence. That's what I'm talking about. That's how gods live. And that's what you do. Even though you don't say you're a God, you're doing God shit all the time. I'm like, this nigga a God, he don't even know it. Even though you don't want to call yourself that because you feel like, I feel like when people say God, you think of, they told y'all, number one, have y'all ever seen a nigga have a baby? I ain't never heard of no man having no baby.
Oh, what you referring to, though?
A god. This universe was created with dark matter energy, right? And we know, right? I ain't gonna tell you what it is. Look it up. Women they don't need us to have babies.
Okay.
They don't need us.
Okay.
I believe we know whatever religious text you want to find say we created in darkness. They were talking about dark matter energy, right? And it was we created ourselves with our dark matter energy, and it was they say 9 goddesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
They created themselves, and then they created the gods, which were men.
Okay.
So
I'm following you.
So who really is God? You saying God, the creator?
Oh, okay. So you're saying there's a multitude.
Right. It's not just God, like one person who created. Like, oh, I'm gonna create. No, that's not what happened. Like, what proof in the world is that you ever heard of that one person created all this shit?
So, all right, I'm gonna give you.
It's literally no proof.
I'm gonna give you my simple belief, right? My simple belief as a Christian is that in the beginning was the Word. Boom. That it was the Word, it meaning that through words everything was created by God. Okay, so in a simple form, as far as what I believe. So when I take that, right, I think about, okay, how do you find the truth? In court, you find truth by testing everybody's testimony. One testimony could send a brother to jail for years. One testimony.
And it'd be a whole fucking lie.
It can be, for sure. It can be. But when you compound the testimonies upon testimonies about experiences with this thing, because at the end of the day.
But yeah, that just make it facts in courts, but that don't make it the truth.
It doesn't.
That don't make it the truth. The truth is what we had the truth. They took that shit and burned it. We had that shit in books and all that shit passed down history, right? It's still out there, but y'all don't want to read it. We already talked about the Sumerian tablets, the Emerald tablets. These are the. If you want the truth, we trying to go back early as possible, right, to get the truth. Y'all want the truth? That's what we trying to get. We going back. It's people who then went back and talked to elders in these specific places all over the world. Got the oral stories, got the handwritten stories, got the tablets. You know what I'm saying? And people still like, no, I don't believe. Nigga, what more do you want these people to do? God damn. We got to have these fucking people visit y'all in y'all dreams? Is that what y'all want?
Well, I mean, it may not even be that. Let me ask you this. How often can the truth be cross-referenced and it won't change?
The real truth? Never.
Yeah. Like, you can cross-reference it no matter how many times, and that's not going to change.
But that's the people's problem. That's people's problem with religion now.
Okay.
We can cross-reference and fucking people get challenged it like crazy.
But that's the thing, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
so
how do you know what works?
You got to do what resonate with you. And don't get me wrong, like, people think I don't, like, fuck with certain religions and shit. That's not true. Like, you got to do what resonate with you. But
that's the thing. What if what resonates? Like, what if what resonates with me is a lie? Like, what if everything that I can believe? But think about it.
Insert meme.
What if everything that resonates with me was a lie? You know what I mean? Like how then? You know, it's like.
But that's the problem when people get that truth, because everything that resonated with them was a lie. So then when they hit them with that, like, I had people like in my family, like my family real, like one side real spiritual and shit. We into all this esoteric and really knowing the truth.
Yeah.
And it's people that told us, like, we didn't told them the truth before. They like, yeah, I know what I'm fucking with is not true, but that's all I know. It's what I am now. You know what I'm saying? So they can't even get. They can't get out the matrix. They're the God. What was the guy? John Smith. There's John Smith in the Matrix. I know, cause when I be talking to y'all about some shit outside the Matrix, they instantly they turn to John Smith. They be, nope, that's not true. It is this. It do. Like, I'm like, ooh,
yeah,
I'm Neo, nigga. I'm like, nah. They trying to punch me and shit. Nope, that ain't true. Nope.
Yeah. You're not falling for the lies. What you're saying?
Exactly. We going to get to the. We gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm like a fucking. The local detective in y'all city that know y'all name, a little shoot 'em up. It be pulling up on you. If you call you your real name, that's me with the truth and knowledge, nigga. We go get to the bottom of it and we go post that shit. You can say you don't believe it ain't true, but whatever. It's gonna be the facts or the truth. Whatever you decipher. You know what I'm saying?
That's the
which
thing.
Is which.
I feel like these are productive conversations just because, like, one, we obviously don't necessarily have the same belief system as far as, like, to the core.
Yeah.
But we can both have a conversation about truth.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Regardless. Like, I feel like people have to actually work on bridging gaps versus separating. Because we can find a reason not to do this.
Yeah, we're like, nigga, fuck you, you old hotel ass bitch ass, ass. No, I'm talking.
Yeah, like we that's the thing. Like, we can find a reason, like, he don't agree with me, or he doesn't see it my way. Who cares, bro? Live your life.
Exactly. And who agrees with everything with anybody?
Anyway,
you don't even with your wife, your husband, you don't agree with them with everything.
The very
even if you lie and say, I do like it. In your mind, you don't like that dress, nigga. Stop lying.
The very person that you chose to be with, you're not going to agree with them 100% of the time. So what makes you think a whole community of people will?
Exactly.
Shit ain't gonna happen.
It don't happen to not the conscious, not the Catholic, the Christian, the Mormons. They don't know. Nobody always agrees, but one thing they do agree on is coming together for white supremacy.
This thing, all right, man.
They be agreeing on that shit. They be at the conferences. Fuck you. You're from Ukraine.
Gosh,
let a nigga walking in there. Oh, it's a nigga in here. Hold on, John. We'll fight later. Let's get him out of here first.
Oh my gosh, bro.
No, I'm talking shit. I love y'all. Y'all my 6 ether beings. Y'all human beings. Shout out to the 9 ether.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But we want to wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah, man. We about to wrap this up, man. Hey, man, great episode. Once again, we out here killing this shit. Once again, hey, man, we gonna be on top of the chat GPT, informing y'all. Anything coming up? Anything you trying to put out there?
Yep, y'all go get my books. Tokenomics 101, How to Order the Crypto Coin. If anybody looking to get a cryptocurrency, yes, people still making money. Yes, Bitcoin is low right now. You better buy some. You better buy Ethereum, buy XRP.
Buy it while it's super cheap.
It's all you getting for free, though.
That's it. We out.